If the words luxury beach home excite you, stick with me, because in this prime property tour, we are going to profile an exceptional property along the Gold Coast of Lake Huron. We are in Grand Bend, Ontario. This property was built by ATO. The architects were Skinner and the designer was Simply Paradise. Let's go. So when they brought you this project, what were your first thoughts?
It's actually kind of funny. When I was 19, I owned that house and I lived there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there was a garage on here. So it was kind of funny, full circle coming back, but it was what I had thought of doing on the property. Is the only thing to do in Grand Bend on a small lot, if you want a good size home, is to go up. They're tight lots, but lots of living space with patios on both levels and then the backyard.
So from an architectural perspective, you know, when they brought you the idea, you know, you obviously are a builder, you're an expert. How do you work with clients so that they actually understand how to execute their vision working with somebody who knows the intricacies of building?
Yeah, they came to me with the plan already. I recommended them the architect, someone I'd worked with before who really does a great job with the modern design.
Skinner Architects did it, they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah, and the modern design, I do a little bit of everything, but I really love a nice modern design, and it's not like too like out of the norm, like it fits in here. So all the black is hardy. Yeah. So the hardy lap panel there, and then this is just hardy sheets. Okay. So it kind of gives you a really nice modern look. And then
interesting. So and hardy is a concrete board.
Concrete board, correct. Yeah. Yeah. So nice and easy to install. And then here on the side, all the wood is actual real wood. This is Maybach siding.
Maybach siding. And
yeah.
What are the benefits of using real wood?
It just gives you that real wood look, and with the two-tone, it all comes fresh pre-painted, and it's all tongue and groove. So all the joints, everything tongue and groove in, so it sheds water. You don't have any risk of water behind, and it's just a nice, easy product, and it's beautiful look when it's all said and done.
I think people miss that when they look at houses. Like, it's a living, breathing organism, right? Like form and function. You mentioned tongue and groove for water management. So from like a construction quality standpoint, you're thinking of more of just like, hey, how do I build in this many bathrooms? You're thinking of like, how does this house stay in good condition?
Exactly,
for a long time,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the hardy lasts. It really holds up to our climate here in Canada. And then the Maybach, which I love, a lot of people think I have to paint it every year, but this all comes pre-painted, sealed. It might fade over time, but in the last 12 years I've been building, I haven't had any clients have to repaint them. And also I love is you have no nail holes. Okay. You don't see a nail or anything with the tongue and groove.
Cool, well, let's go inside.
All right.
If you follow the channel, you know we bring you the most unique opportunities in Southwestern Ontario. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. I'm your host, Justin Konikow, and this place is exquisite. The first thing that you notice when you walk in this house is that beautiful staircase that allows a ton of natural light. I actually brought in the builder for parts of this video to actually speak to you himself about some of the components. So as we tour through this home, this is gonna be a unique video where we are gonna splice in some of the words from the man himself. Staircase. Tell me about the staircase.
Yeah, the steel motto stringer, and then the ash treads was a design that the owners wanted, and they seem to be a lot more common. Allows a lot more light through. If you had a closed off staircase, you're not going to get as much light. You're not going to see as much when you first come in the front door.
Yeah, and you do feel kind of drawn into the space flooring wise.
It just makes the whole room that much bigger. And this is just a luxury vinyl plank. Makes it look just like an engineered hardwood. Sure. Just kind of more cost effective, but with the sand from the beach and coming in wet, it's just going to hold up a lot nicer, easier to clean. So
form and function, the same thing we talked about outside, right? It's great to have a beautiful home in Grand Bend, but if you're tracking in a ton of water, a ton of sand, a ton of dirt, and you're not maintaining your property, you can have some serious issues. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, kitchen is awesome as well too.
Yeah, the backsplash, the solid quartz backsplash over the stove there is phenomenal.
Love quartz as a product too, because like I said, when I came in, my first impression was marble, because it has that etching, that classic kind of look. But from a maintenance perspective, quartz is a phenomenal product.
Yeah, really nice.
Tell me about this great room.
So yeah, the two-story ceiling, we wanted to do a funky design for the ceiling to kind of really make it pop, or like kind of like a wow.
Yeah.
And I think we did that with the kind of the coffered ceiling there. Turned out really nice.
And then in terms of your crew, like that's some nice millwork with the coffered ceiling. How do you manage a construction project to make sure you're getting the quality you want?
So all my guys do we do all the framing, and the outside exterior, the trim, whatever.
Sure.
But just getting that all square, perfect level, then when the drywallers put the drywall on, we know it's gonna be good.
Yeah. You're on site all the time whenever I have clients I've sent you that are doing projects, and you're doing things, you're actually physically at your properties, right?
What I do differently is I'm on every one of my sites a couple times a day. If the guys need stuff, I go to the hardware store and get it for them, instead of my foreman leaving the site, going to the hardware store, getting what he needs and coming back, and the guys maybe not knowing what to do while he's gone.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time on the road, but I'm there anytime the guys have a headache or something that they can't figure out.
Yeah.
And if they need a hand lifting something, don't mind getting dirty at all. I was pouring concrete yesterday with my guys, so used to always be the guy on the top peak when we were setting trusses. Now that I'm a little bit busier, I don't get to do that as much with the guys anymore, but and I find like my guys respect that a little bit more, that I'm there getting dirty with them, I'm sweeping the floors and letting them keep working.
Yeah. Or even running errands, right? It does make a difference, because as much as you want to have your hands on every single thing, like the best and highest use of your time is the overall project delivery.
Yeah.
And then being involved, I love that piece. I've always been somebody that loves getting his hands in the sauce. You know that the product you're delivering has your fingerprints on it. You know what's behind the walls. You actually see it through the process.
And I feel like if my guys show like the love I have for it, then they will feel that same way too. And like none of this stuff could be done without my employees. So I need them, and they do good work, and yeah.
The developers of the site took essentially what was a garage and a lot that is steps from one of the most magnificent beaches you've ever seen, and turned it into a property that could fully function as a home. So if you're sitting in the GTA saying, you know what, I'm all set, I'm gonna retire at the beach, this is perfect for you. Or if you have multiple families that would love to have a property or a second property that is turnkey ready to go, they designed it that it can function in a myriad of ways. True lifestyle design in one of the best and growing markets. Mixing it up for this video, bringing it right into the basement. First, you can see this feels like you're in your own apartment. Look at the ceiling heights. The webbed flooring allows for minimal HVAC runs and really makes you feel like you're not in a basement. Full bedrooms, full bathrooms, and as we walk through this home, you're gonna notice there's multiple tiered levels, and they all feel like they're their own space, yet you have some common areas where you can all gather, which is what life is all about. You know it's gonna be a fun tour when you get excited walking up the stairs, overlooking the main living room area. Such a smart idea. Love the craftsmanship of this home. And to be quite honest with you, this photo expresses the exact feeling that I get when I'm in this house. So why don't you come and see me so you can feel just like him? So not only do you get that amazing overlook, you also get that 4-piece bathroom, a bedroom, and then this hallway is a nice feature because it creates a separation to the primary. Now the primary is on the second level, which I love because you have quick access to up and down stairs. It is oversized for ample room and has a large custom walk-in closet. But not only that, it has an exceptional primary ensuite. One of my favorite features of this home, the tile selections. Yes, they modernized it, but at the same time, there are a ton of great features like the wood Andy talked about on the outside, the blue hued tile that definitely make you know you are at the beach. So up here is a great example of the construction quality you get with this house. You're like, wow, what a beautiful tongue and groove ceiling. The builder of this home, paying very close attention to supply chains, realized you could actually upgrade the ceiling for the same cost as you would have had for drywall. So if you appreciate good builders and you don't want to have to deal with the chaos of trying to get your own build done, try to access trades or materials in Grand Bend, which is very difficult. I don't know if you know that, but if you're watching this and you're considering that, I would consider this, because this option is already turnkey, done for you by one of Grand Bend's best builders. So this fourth floor is like its own recreational space. Again, you will not run out of space with this property. And they actually got a hot tub on the balcony of this third floor. So how awesome is that? Again, like I said earlier in the video, Grand Bend is growing rapidly. And if you're looking for a great option, this could potentially be it. Appreciate you joining us for another prime property tour, and I'll catch you on the next one.